So SOS Children's Village is a nonprofit organization that works very closely with kids who are in care, aging out of care, or very vulnerable at-risk populations. Here at our village center, we have 5 homes, and each of the homes have a minimum of 3 foster children. And then in each of the basements of the homes, we have youth who are either aging out of care or learning to live independently after leaving care. So we are supporting them here directly at our village center, and we help them with therapies, we help them with education, any endeavors in education, post-secondary or attaining their GED, employability skills, pre-employment skills, and so we kind of build a repertoire and experience within these youth and children so that they have a chance at independence when they're ready to age out. And that's what this village is about. Yeah.
And how long has it been going?
Yeah, so SOS, the first house was created in 2001, and after that, all the other homes kind of came into place within the 5 years, and we've been going strong since. Yeah. The most recent renovations to the village have been actually the suites, because prior to completion, they were just empty and they weren't finished or anything like that. One of them was completed. We did have some foster family live in the basement suites in terms of capacity. But in the last 2 years, we completed each of the renovations for the suites so we can have youth live in there independently and learn with us before, they're kind of out on their own. Yeah.
And this connectivity is pretty important.
It's huge here. The community and the communal practices and methods we kind of have within this area, it goes a long way, for our families to not have to scramble out to, the city locations to get to appointments for our kids or therapies for our kids or to get to tutoring support. It's all here, and so we really save that time, and we save that time with the foster families spending with other kids when other kids are receiving supports and services. To have that all here makes it so much more functional. And apart from the staff being able to give back and support our families, the caregivers are really able to depend on each other, and even when we're not staffed on the weekend, the caregivers are coming together at the center, utilizing the spaces there to build and to work on challenges or to come up with ideas to bring the community together and the kids together. So the services that Uniserve was able to provide us has really helped our families substantially. So the rate of pay for most of foster parents who are responsible for taking care of children in MCFD or delegated agencies has not changed in the last 10 to 15 years, I would say. Even longer. I've known a caregiver who's had the same salary or contract obligation for 30 years. And she's seen over 90 kids come in and out of her home. And it kind of goes to show that the foster families who are doing this out of the kindness of their hearts, and the foster families who are doing this because it fits their home living situation, they're not very well compensated for. And the kids who come into our village here, it's not always an easy time for them. And so it's definitely helped our foster families financially so that they can focus on other financial needs for the kids, like going back to school coming up in September, or getting the kids appropriate and new clothes to take back to school with them instead of them feeling like they might get hand-me-downs. The best support has been in our village center, where we really utilize staff training and life skills workshop for the youth. Having internet service there for free has been a huge help. Otherwise it'd be coming out of direct funding that we could use to help youth directly. So that's been a huge help to us. And then for our resource centers located in the youth suites and close to the youth suites, we use those areas for pre-employment support and services and helping the kids build their resume and CVs and that kind of thing. We have a couple computer labs where the youth can engage and use that without having to depend on their own Wi-Fi or anything of that nature. We do provide subsidized living here at the village for the youth, and so Wi-Fi is now a cost that they don't have to be as concerned with because that's included in their youth living package here at the village. So there's like quite substantial ways that Uniserve has supported us, and we're truly appreciative of it. I don't know. I worry for the youth who don't live in the village because they're paying top dollar for these types of services in their home. So it's been a huge help.
Great.
Yeah.
That's The speeds are okay?
Oh, the speeds are wonderful. Most of our youth were really concerned about gaming.
Okay.
So you can imagine, right, on the PlayStation or their Xbox.
And it's worked just fine.
It's worked just fine.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Happy kids?
Yes, happy kids.
life.
Sometimes we don't see them because they're gaming so much, but yeah, I think they're really happy with it.
And it seems kind of quiet right now. Are they all sleeping
Yes.
or?
Yeah, so the kids right now are engaged in a program with Cirque du Soleil called Social Circus, and they come back for the afternoon, but they're quite exhausted. And yeah, so it's been good to work with community partners where the kids are engaging and they're very active, and then they come home, they're supported here, and they have the ability to go on the internet and research. They're always learning with the internet. They're always learning something new, and then trying it out here dangerously sometimes, as you can imagine, kids get into things.
And your position is?
Yeah, I'm the village director here. So SOS internationally, each village, we have over 530 villages, internationally, and this is the only one in Canada. Lots of interest to start other villages. The model is what really is what works, when it comes to kids in care or in vulnerable situations. And my job is to oversee that everybody's happy here. And that is not always the easiest job, but it is a very rewarding job. And these kids are, it's important that staff, we stick to our jobs and we're loyal to the jobs and the families here, because staff turnover can really affect the well-being of the children and the stability. So these kids are kind of, it's for life. Yeah. I'm here for life. So yeah.
I can see your enthusiasm.
Yes,
I'm
thank
sure
you. Thank you.
It spreads to all of them.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I think it does. We have our days. Yeah, so village directors, they're responsible for the homes and making sure the families are okay. And child protection here is paramount. So that's my major responsibility, to make sure the safety of the children is
And what is
priority.
the age group it's from?
Yeah, so we have babies here currently. We've had babies come in like 2 weeks after being born.
Wow.
Yeah, just because the community, I think, reveres this place as a very safe place. I think from the outside you can't tell that we share this kind of space in the back, and that's kind of the idea. We don't want people to know, kind of. And so we get some very high profile cases, but we've had kids as young as 2 weeks old to as old as 18, in these very kind of difficult situations. And it's a lot harder for youth to get placed in homes because they come with harder challenges, but I think the youth here have really developed their own kind of community and support each other. So it's a good spot.
And is there, how many kids have come and gone? Or?
Oh, that I could not tell you.
Okay.
Because I've only been here 5 years myself, right?
Okay.
So, but in my time, I've probably seen, like, the 16 that have been here since then, my inception, I could say. And we've seen a couple of kids age out into our programs and then age out into the community and succeed. So that's been good.
Great.
And the case for foster kids in BC is it's a hard life for them after they age out. And so we have had kids come back, and that's the idea, that they're always connected to a home, because that's what kids normally have. They can always come back to the parent, and we want to be that for them. So that's what we're kind of all about here.
Well,
Yeah.
Uniserve is proud to be a part of this.
Hey, that's awesome. We're so glad to have you guys a part of our team. Yeah,
Well,
that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Kistie.
Yeah, no worries.